Alright, folks, I gotta be completely honest with you on this one. You probably can't trust me on a review of this movie in particular. I mean, to the degree that people, quote-unquote, trust film critics in the first place, you should really watch movie reviews based on looking for information and thoughts on movies that you are either already plan to see or plan not to see, more than like consumer reports, you know? You're a better judge of your own taste than any other person is ever going to be in terms of what you're likely to like or what you're likely not to like. And at least in the opinion of this film critic, the best use of film critics is getting a sense of what is out there in the world to watch and thoughts about other films that you may or may not have considered, more so than whether or not the movie is good, because you know, you never know why something may or may not have appealed to someone. And what I can tell you is that I am going to be almost completely unreliable when it comes to this specific particular movie, Nobody 2, because I can't remember the last time I saw a movie that was more specifically me-coded than this movie. Like, I love a good action movie. I really liked the first Nobody. But this is, I can't remember as an adult person the last time I saw a movie that felt more like it was made specifically for me. That wasn't like based on something, like an original premise movie that felt more like it was made specifically by reaching into deep subconscious recesses of my mind and just yanking out, you know, core base memories and concepts of, oh, I always wanted to see someone do that. I always wanted to see that. Oh, that reminds me of this. That reminds me of that. This is hitting specific memory feeling trigger points for me in the form of a fun shoot 'em up, punch 'em up, otherwise quasi-disposable action movie. My favorite kind of summer entertainment, distract me from my life and my problems and the world falling apart action movie. So, like, I loved this. Fucking loved this. Had a ball with it. Laughed my ass off. Cheered at the cheer parts. Clapped at the clapping parts. Just had a goddamn fucking blast with it to a degree that I'm almost embarrassed of as a professional who takes this job seriously. So, I am telling you that you probably can't trust the 10 out of 10 that I want to give this movie. To the extent that I'm probably just going to hand it a 9 out of 10 just to be fair to it. Because I can't think of a damn thing wrong with this, and that's probably not a real objective opinion. But yeah, this is fucking great. Did you like the first one? You're gonna like this one. I liked the first one. I loved this one. I think it's better than the first one. It's probably a slightly smarter, sharper, more clever movie now that it's done with the one joke, you know, suburban guy is actually unstoppable badass gag premise of the first one, and can now move on to the, okay, we've established that, now what do we do with it? Hey, what if we send him on vacation? Which is the gimmick of this one. So if you remember the first Nobody, the gag of the first movie was it's sort of an inversion of the Death Wish-alike movie where a comfortable suburban guy has his home and security violated by burglars and goes on a revenge spree. Whereas in those movies, it's an ordinary guy who has to elevate himself into a gun guy and learn how to shoot and learn how to fight and match wits against the urban blight and degeneracy and rediscover his masculinity. In this version, it turns out that the comfortable suburban dad guy is actually a retired, unstoppable U.S. military hired killer, mercenary badass guy who's just been tamping it down and pretending to be a normal, ordinary schlub this whole time. So everyone from the ordinary burglars to the eventual Russian mob hitmen guys have no idea who they've unleashed on themselves. And the movie made it very clear up front that this guy is not going to die, cannot possibly lose, is just going to mow these guys all down. And there's no question that he's going to win. It's just a question how much he's going to win and how much fun he's going to have unloading it. And his moral quandary is, am I going to be able to turn off my Jason Voorhees but with guns killer instinct in order to go back to the comfortable family life that I've worked very hard to instill for myself? So which, fun premise for a one-off action movie. The question is now, what do you do with it? The original seems to leave off in a state of, okay, he's basically happy with this, his kids respect him more now. Obviously, if you continue on for a sequel, that cannot be the case. So as we rejoin the Mansell family, Hutch, Bob Odenkirk's character, he is of course still great in this now. This is the most natural evolution a guy known for playing basically middle-aged schlubs, even as a younger man, has made into playing a believable badass, has done since Bruce Willis invented this pivot, going from Moonlighting to Die Hard, has now had to basically be paying back all of the various hired killer, mercenary, hitmen world guys who he managed to hack off in the first one by burning down their empire, by continuing to take jobs, which has pulled him away from the day-to-day family life stuff, and he wants to take a break and take his family on vacation to a charming but low-tech rural amusement park, which he remembers enjoying as a kid with his own father, once again played by Christopher Lloyd, who tags along for this one because, hey, he was cool in the last one, better get his ass back for this one. He, of course, rules in this one again because Christopher Lloyd always rules. Naturally, this being a sequel to Nobody, he still cannot quite keep his behavior in check, runs afoul of local gangsters in this one, and another big shoot-'em-up stuff ensues. This time built less around big-time high-tech weapon stuff and more around whatever's on hand, let's fuck people up with it stuff, and it's fucking glorious. As someone who, again, when I said this is super me-coded myself, I, as a young man, spent a lot of time going on charming but affordable family vacations to small local campgrounds and amusement parks and local arcades, small water parks, carnivals. That is like my happy place. So like for someone whose two of his passions in life are that kind of stuff and crazy B-movie action stuff, seeing someone actually do, hey, we're gonna do John Woo action bullshit in arcades and carnivals that haven't meaningfully rebooted themselves since the late 70s, early 80s is like, holy shit, you made this just for me. And I didn't even ask you to. Wow, thank you, movie. They have not put the stuff that the third act of this movie turns into in most of the trailers for this. Like they've shown off like the riverboat fight, the arcade fight, but the whole last like 20 minutes of this movie is stuff that I kind of knew that I'd been waiting my whole life to see, and holy shit, it is so fucking cool. And I severely doubt I'm the only one, man. Everyone is great in this. Connie Nielsen gets more stuff to do. The reveal, which I don't think is meant to be a surprise, but judging by the way that my screening audience reacted, seemed like it might be, so I won't say who's playing the big new villain in this one, but they're great. Christopher Lloyd, again, gets more to do. RZA's back. That's great. The kids get a bunch more to do. Colin Hanks is in this, doing a different kind of role for him. He's great. Always glad to see Colin Hanks and stuff. Previously directed by Ilya Naishuller. Very good, great action director. In this one, another great underappreciated action director, Timo Tjahjanto. Indonesian action and martial arts director who has directed a bunch of films that mostly went to streaming in the United States. Look him up. Watch all of his stuff that you can find. It's all fucking great. I know I'm cursing up a blue streak in this one, which is probably not going to be great for my monetization, but this movie is the kind of thing that makes you want to say everything in it is fucking cool. Watch it. Nobody 2, 9 out of 10. Loved it. Hell yeah.